Um, yeah, no, sorry. I was having trouble getting it to stream in mute. In Hi, Ace. I was having trouble. It was like struggling to stream in landscape mode. I think I just had to change the auto rotate setting on my phone. I'm doing okay. My week's been going all right. Lots of I did echo. It's because I have you guys up on both my computer and my phone because I like reading the chat on the computer. It's bigger and I can read it faster. But I talk to my phone. So yeah. But my week's been going pretty well. Hi George. How was everyone's Memorial Day? I feel like I should have an answer for how mine has been, and I can't think of one right now. I have not been watching Carol and Tuesday, although I'm sure I should be. Is that what you're binge watching right now? Hi Nito. Yeah, no, today though you finished binge watching the available episodes. Today I just started watching the Midnight Occult Civil Servants anime, and I watched it during breakfast and lunch and when I didn't. So I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna like say it's the best anime ever, but it's amusing me. So but yeah, and in preparation for the Fruits Basket song, I was binge reading the manga, and I watched the new anime by myself, and then I binge watched it again with my mom because she so I did a lot of binge watching for Fruits Basket as well. And I guess that's always kind of been like my style of how I watch shows. My head basket of fruits. Not quite yet. It's close though. Definitely like if you. I got Angle to watch Promise Neverland, and he went and binge watched it. So, hello, Art Fox Studios. Binge watching My Hero Academia with your little brother. Aw, that'll be fun. Yeah, that's a good one to binge watch. I binge watched some of it, and then some of it I was watching while it came out, so you can't binge watch when you're doing that. You got your brother into Naruto. Nice. It's so interesting to try to like get your family and friends to watch the stuff you like, because it's definitely a balance of like of how much you can ask them to when it starts to become annoying and when they start to like shut you down just because you ask. But yeah, it's a challenge. Do I binge read? I do binge read. I binge read a lot of fan fiction and a lot of books when I have a book I like. But yeah, no. Before I even started watching anime, I would read. I would be that person that read a book. And I'd start the book and I'd be like, nope, finishing this book today. It's too good. I cannot put it down. So, and then I just hide in my room and do nothing except read the book, and everyone would get mad at me. You binge read most of Berserk. That's a good one. You know, after I binged a decent amount of it. I don't think I finished the manga. Well, is the manga even finished? For Berserk. But after the anime ended how it ended, I was like, I need to read this because that's not an okay ending at all. Yeah, you're buying the Berserk manga. Oh, and Monima's infected the household with Hamilton. Nice. My brother inadvertently got us into Hamilton because he got me the CD for Christmas, and then I made everyone listen to it. Yeah, no, the buying manga and DVDs is one of the best ways to support the original artist. Yeah, definitely. But I was realizing that the Cthulhu is like very half hidden in shadow and is very creepy right now. Yeah, Berserk. Sometimes when you like binge watch the very dark things, it can be a lot. And it can like sometimes you need a break. I remember when I got my roommate into Higurashi because that was that's one of maybe my favorite anime. It's Higurashi or Angel Beats because they're nothing alike, but it's a very dark, twisted psychological anime. There's a lot of gore. It's very creepy. And I remember we were watching Higurashi, but we were switching between Higurashi and My Little Pony because we were just like, we need a break. We need something happy. Yeah, we did that for months. It was just like, Higurashi, My Little Pony, Higurashi, My Little Pony. Technically, yeah, I mean, a lot of people think of the characters as yandere. Technically, they're actually probably more like yangire because they don't really have the lovey side to them. Like yandere technically means, I think, like dere is lovey-dovey and yan is, I want to say sick, and yangire. Gire means psycho, so it's like sick and psycho, and there's no sweetness to it. So yeah. Hi, Sadie. You never got past the first 2 episodes. Well, it's one of those ones, sort of like Madoka Magica, that you need to get to at least episode 3. I think in Higurashi's case, it's episode 4. But yeah, it's kind of like that. But for you to really get into the story. But it's definitely always been my... Oh god, a super comfortable pencil. It is a little bit off topic, but you know, it's probably nice for drawing and writing, and I draw and write. I don't know how to bring it to be on topic. Binge draw, yes, you can binge draw. Yeah. But that's definitely always been my style of watching shows, is like I binge watch them, and maybe like I'll burn out because I'll binge watch it too much, and then I'll be like 100 episodes in and I'll just stop, or maybe I'll watch a few episodes and I won't really get into it, but then I'll come back and I'll realize how good something is and I'll just watch the rest. So Kaiji. Have I watched that one? I'm not sure. Maybe that's something, maybe I should put that on my list to binge watch. Oh, I've seen like clips and stuff, but I haven't watched it. I should go watch it. Don't try to binge watch One Piece, I'll never catch up. I did, actually. I binge watched a couple hundred episodes of One Piece at one point in time. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna continue. Well, I mean, maybe here and there, but I do that. I binge watch and then I burn out. I definitely do that. It's actually one of the reasons, like, I like watching shows as they come out. I hate it, but I like it because I know like, it's not dependent on my willpower to stop. There's literally no more. I can't binge watch it because, hi Bubble. I can't binge watch it because it's gone. Like, I have to wait a week, and it keeps me productive watching shows as they come out, as opposed to like what I'm doing now and being like, I was supposed to be watching these as they come out. Just a few more, another few hundred episodes of One Piece. Yeah. But I have a number of songs about binge watching and not wanting to. The first one, I was. Monimo will be right back. Well, the first one I was gonna do was, I mean, this isn't really about binge watching, but it's about watching shows as they come out and not wanting to wait for the next one. And you probably know this one, because how many times can you listen to Team Rocket talk about double? They do. They get so repetitive when you binge watch. A lot of the shonen, especially. You notice all of the little things that repeat, and it starts to like get to the point where you can say it in time with them, like call out their attacks with them, and it's just like, it's fun, but it gets oh, you graduate on Saturday. It's fun, but it gets old. I was like, why can't I find the word? Binge watching Hell's Kitchen. I also did that a year ago, 2 years. I was in college when I was binge watching Hell's Kitchen 2 years ago. But it's such a silly thing to binge watch. I mean, everything is a silly thing to binge watch. There's nothing. Binge watching is just a silly thing to do. To be fair. Okay, I'm gonna sing the waiting for new episode song. And continue ranting about binge watching. I'm counting on you guys to keep the chat going while I sing, so. Oh, but I was gonna pull it up just in case I forgot it. Okay. Every week I go to see you, pick the time, I pick the place. It's our routine, turn on the screen, and I'm just staring at your face. And then you leave and I'm alone. The couch is cold, the screen is blank. You're still too new for me to marathon, so I guess I have to wait. But I don't want to wait another week to see you. I want you to tell me where the story goes. I don't want us to be finished for the season. So are we gonna work? I need to know. I don't want to have to wait for the next update. I don't want to have to wait for our next date. But I know I can't control your schedule, so I wait. It's why I don't watch shows as they come out. The waiting drives me mad. You're not a show, but even so, you've got me hooked, I've got it bad. And since binge watching would be stalking, I guess I'll just be heading back to my waifu and my fanfics. Maybe they'll pick up your slack. Romance is not my favorite genre, but I hate when we're apart. The fanfics on my screen don't burn quite like this fanfic in my heart. I know you'll leave me with my daydreams once our time here slips away. And then I'll see you in another 7 days. But I don't want to wait another week to see you. I want you to tell me where the story goes. I don't want us to be finished for the season. So are we gonna work? I need to know. I don't want to have to wait for the next update. Must you always leave me hanging off this cliff? Please just take me to a happy ever after. Not to be continued. Maybe if I'm just wishing that these episodes were longer. I'm wishing that the weeks would go by quick. They say that absence makes the heart grow fonder, but I think it makes my heart get sick. So please don't let this fanfic be abandoned. Please don't let this be our final scene. I know you have to go and leave me stranded, staring at a dark and empty screen. But But I don't want to have to wait for the next update. I don't want to have to wait for our next date. I just want us to live happily ever after in a world where we no longer have to wait. But I know I can't control your schedule, so I wait and wait and wait for you. I wait. Yep. That's, I hit some wrong chords in there, but that was the waiting for a new episode song, more or less. That might be Angle's favorite song. I like that one. But yeah, I feel like that's how I feel. I don't want to have to wait for new episodes, but sometimes I actually like having to wait because I can't binge watch it and waste a day. Dates. You've heard that song before, Larry, haven't you? It's a song about not wanting to wait for new anime, but I also made it a song about not wanting to wait to see a person, because I like songs with double meanings. Be quiet before you turn into space pancakes. Don't do that. Being able to talk in between and trying to predict things. That's one of the fun things about waiting, definitely. Oh. Well, you guys really you did keep the conversation going. You did a good job of it. I am now lost in this conversation. But that's a fun story. Our Fox Studios. Which one? Date? Okay, now I'm still lost. Okay, let me see if I can catch up. Okay. I do read fan fictions in the middle of series. I do sometimes, and sometimes I've accidentally spoiled stuff for myself that way. Ace wants to be a fluffy space pancake. Nice. Okay. Watching, yeah, I do. It is fun, again, to watch as things come out because you can have conversations about it, and that's when all the hype is there, and it's cool. Great teacher Onizuka. That would be a fun one to binge watch. Binge watching YouTube in general. Yeah. So Bubble wants me to sing a graduation song at some point. I mean, would graduating Hogwarts work? Maybe I'll save that for the end though. Let me get through my binge watching songs first, and then I'll do that one. Binge watching Critical Role can be tough. I can see that. Wait, so are we just talking about weird stuff that happens in class now? I mean, that's cool, I guess. Binge through the binge. No, you don't have to binge through the binge watching songs first. But I did have a few more. Can you binge binging? I mean, you can probably binge too much, so like binge watch too much. Whoa, what was the weirdest thing a quiet person said that you heard? I mean, I usually am the quiet person in the friends group. It varies, but and if anyone finds my YouTube channel, they hear me say really weird things. New summer task: binge watch One Piece. Well, one summer I was binge watching Fairy Tail, and that was really fun. Although, like, Fairy Tail is one that's so good, like it shouldn't like get old and you shouldn't burn out. But I still kind of did. I feel like I loved the story in general, but the fight scenes got really redundant to me. I was just like, do something different. Sadie's still binge watching Fairy Tail. Yeah, I really gotta go back and binge watch the last part of it. definitely having to take breaks. You guys, you guys ever binge watch something so much like, don't make me a donut. You won't like that. That is a good one. You guys ever binge watch something so much, like, so late at night that it like becomes incorporated into your dreams? Because I've definitely done that. Even recently, I think I was having dreams about like the Fruits Basket characters because of Fruits Basket, and it was just, and it wasn't even like I was like suddenly in Fruits Basket. It was like the Fruits Basket characters were nagging me to write my songs on time. It was dumb, but like I feel like I incorporate these crazy characters into really mundane scenarios in my life. Yeah. You dreamt that you were Koro Sensei. And the kids kept killing you in weird ways. I feel like I had a similar dream about like Higurashi and whatnot, because like with Higurashi, if you've watched it or if you haven't, like it's not really spoilery. There's like a lot of the characters die, but they'll come back in the next arc and like they'll go insane in a different way. So it's this very weird like psychological twisted thing. And I remember having a dream where I was like, after binge watching part of it, and then I was like stabbed by Shion, and but in the dream, I didn't wake up. I was just like, it's okay, time for the next arc, and then like the dream went somewhere completely different. It wasn't even Higurashi anymore. But you've watched so much Black Butler, you were Claude in a dream. Of all the people from Black Butler to end up as in your dream, you got Claude. I had a dream, well, back when I was binge reading more, I binge read the series Inkheart a lot. That was like one of my favorites to go back and reread. And I feel like I had a dream. It started as like the Harry Potter, like I think we were the Harry Potter characters, but we had to catch Dustfinger from Inkheart. And for some reason, we were chasing him through a water park, like our local water park, Sandcastle, and it was so confusing. And it was just like, why are these people, like, why are they fictional? You dream about slaying demons? Dreams can sometimes have plot. When you get lost in the plot of your dreams. I feel like sometimes they start with plot and then like the plot progressively changes. Mine sometimes have a plot, but you always wake up before the plot resolves. And even if you can like go back to sleep and be in the same dream, it doesn't go the direction you wanted it to. Playpop lost their headphones, so I'm sorry. I can just make big motions and pretend I'm saying interesting stuff, so Playpop is fooled. What is the weirdest dream I have ever had? Well, speaking of binge watching stuff, me and my brother always used to binge watch. My brother he went to film school in California. He wanted to be like a horror movie director. I mean, now he makes he's in the game development of Skybound, which is still a great job. He's like very happy and it's a dream job in a different way, but he was like a movie aficionado and he loved horror movies when we were growing up. So we would binge watch Netflix, just whatever B horror was on Netflix. We would watch one like every night or as often as we could. And I think that was when I learned like to not be scared of nightmares. Cause like I stopped having nightmares that were personal and were like about like my parents dying or stuff. And I started having nightmares that were just like these really weird horror scenarios. And I was vaguely aware that they were fiction. And I guess one of the weirdest ones I had that I remember from that time was me and my family were trapped in a grocery store. And we were trapped by the electric sliding doors that were cursed. So if anyone walked like in or out of the grocery store, they would try to slam on you and like cut you in half. And like, so me and my family were just like, okay, well, I guess let's just keep shopping and try to figure out a way to break this really weird curse. And I remember that being a super weird dream that I still really remember. So, sorry that was like, you probably were like hoping for like a cute dream. It's like, no, but I have lots of weird dreams. Like, that's the weirdest one that comes to mind right now, but it's probably not the weirdest one I've ever had. How was the curse supposed to break? I don't know if... I mean, that's one of the things, like, I don't think we found out before the dream was over. Like, we were definitely... Like, I feel like we got to the point where, like, we were reading legends about, like... Because, you know, there's a book section in a grocery store in a dream. But we were like looking at the books and trying to like look up legends about the curse, and we had found something about a cursed fountain that had somehow seemed similar, but even though I don't remember how it was similar, but I don't think we actually read to the point where... Well, that's because binge watching causes nightmares. Or it causes weird dreams. I feel like for me, binge watching definitely causes weird dreams. But you're right, we are getting a bit off topic. Probably, yeah, maybe you could have put a grocery cart in between the doors or something. But yeah. Alright. I'm gonna sing another song. So I think Ace might have mentioned this last time we were on stream, or someone did. And hi, Cindy White. Binge feast sushi would be fun to binge. Yeah, but make a song about Evil Dead. Maybe at some point. But I was gonna do another old song right now. This song was mentioned in one of, and once again, I am counting on you to carry on the conversation while I sing. This song was like mentioned in one of my others, and I feel like our conversation has kind of done one of those things where it started as like a happy conversation and then it went somewhere weird. So this song is about like doing that, but it's because you're on the internet too long and it gets too weird. Yay, Cindy likes my videos. So this is a song I wrote ages ago, and I've like barely ever sung live. So I pulled up my music. I'm cheating a little bit. But this is the Lost on the Internet song. So I feel like it kind of goes with the flow of our conversation today. There's a world like the land of the fairies and the fae, where a minute's an hour and an hour's a day. I got lost there last night, now I am scarred for life. Once again the internet killed my brain. I was just checking my email, didn't think that it would take too long, but videos of kitty cats, they beckon like a siren song. The portal it had opened, the journey it would span, from the weird side of YouTube to the shadows of 4chan. Then the morning sun came, and with it a feeling of unbearable shame that sent my head reeling, and the only known cure for such terrible pain was a few hours sleep and some bleach for the brain. So be wary, travelers, if you stand at the helm of an internet-bound vessel. There are millions of realms you could somehow end up with if you stray from the path in pursuit of something or a couple of laughs. So be wary, strangers, if you wander these lands. Keep a few grains of salt and some brain bleach on hand. Yeah, that's the little lost on the internet song. Let me go back over and see what chat's doing. Yay! Yay, Cindy likes it. Okay. The song was great. And Joe got timed out. DeviantArt website can pull you in sometimes too. What's the weirdest D&D campaign I have ever played in? There's DMs. Well, I haven't done that many of them. Like, I'm still kind of a noob. But right now we're doing a Harry Potter one that's really fun. It's like based off 5th edition, but we're set up a Harry Potter world. Yeah, everyone is a wizard. It's like Harry Potter, but it's it's a prologue. It's set before all the books and movies. Like, I think it might be during Grindelwald's time or a bit before that even. So what, the Star Spangled Banner? I don't know the guitar for it offhand, but I know the word. I'm a level 21 wizard. Yeah, well, not everyone's wizards. We're, there's like, my character's a sorcerer. We set it up in a certain way that it like worked, with the different houses and what everyone wanted to be. But yeah. So that one's fun. I'm playing a Slytherin and I get to be like mean and sarcastic, which I'm not normally, so. And I'm also like a very cowardly character that like I'm a kind of a stereotypical Slytherin, but I think I'm a bit nicer. But like one of my character quirks is that I will try to convince people to do stuff, and I will only do something if I can convince at least one other person to do it with me. So whenever I want to do something, I have to be like, hey, buddy. But yeah, and I just get to be mean and say, like, very... So yeah, like, I'm a helpful character, but I'm very sarcastic. Well, I mean, we're just in school. We're not retiring yet, but I don't know what we do on retirement. Is my voice still messed up? It's not like 100%. I think I'm probably having some allergy issues, but it's not that bad either. But yeah. So I have a couple more songs about binge watching that I wanted to do. So binge watching, another thing about binge watching is it stops you from doing everything else. Do I know Roblox? I should. But I don't. No, I don't. I haven't really done much with Roblox. Though I should probably check it out. Definitely. Like, I've heard of it. Am I hiding my smile? I'm not intentionally doing that. It's just if the other things you're doing are bad, then binge watching. Yeah, but sometimes binge watching can stop you from doing like the things you need to do to be a productive human being. Sing a song with a straight face. What's the... Well, I do that for the kudere song, because kuderes don't have emotion. Like, I mean, they do, but it's hidden. It's very robotic. Hi, 6907 June. Or 6906. I can't read numbers that fast. Wait, 7906. Oh my gosh. I can read. I tried to read too fast. Hi, June. I used to sort of wonder, like, I'm not dyslexic in any ways, but I'm constantly, like, confusing my 6s and my 9s. It's, like, vertical numbers give me problems, like, for some reason. Like, when I'm going through things quickly, I can't read. Did I say that? I don't think did I say that? Oh, I probably did. I probably did when I was making fun of myself for not being able to say the name, but not when I was talking about on my next live stream play Roblox. Maybe, I mean, I have been looking up for ways to vary my streams, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it for next stream, but I have been looking into new things, so. For God Emperor. Yeah, Jack is so sleepy. He is barely even on the screen. But I love Princess Tutu. I've actually cosplayed Princess Tutu before. So yes. What I was gonna say is binge watching can keep you from being productive, which is why a while ago, a couple years ago, someone suggested I write a binge watching song, and I ended up writing two. I wrote I wrote a real song, but right before it I wrote this little nonsense thing because it was a true story. So that's why I did it. Where did I put? Oh, did I close it? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I'm losing my files. Okay. Yeah, no, before I did it, I did the real binge watching song. I did this little thing because it was what had happened, so. Yes, the stream can continue to chat and should continue to chat. 'Cause, yes. You said I should write a song about binge watching anime, so for inspiration I went on a binge of watching anime. But I took way too long and spent all my time watching anime. So next week I'll write a song about binge watching anime. That was the little tiny binge watching song I wrote, and then the next week I actually wrote this song. And these are all super old songs, so like normally I have all my songs memorized, but I haven't practiced these ones in forever. So yeah. This one's one more episode / the binge watching song. I'm nauseous and my head it spins, my hands they shake, the hours crawl. Been weeks since I last had one, now I think I'm going through withdrawal. I cannot stop the ache, not with powder or syringe. The only way to get my fix would be an anime binge. Now the morning comes and I know I should stop, and yet I can't. There's an alien invasion and the target is Japan. If I don't find out what happens, my whole world it will implode. So yes, Mom, I'll do my homework after one more episode. Yeah, I said one more episode, but on and on and on it goes. My hand hits the play button like it has a mind all of its own. Been hours since I said this last. This time I mean it though. I'll get off the computer after one more episode. My mother stays awake at night for fear I will OD. Start hallucinating mechs and screaming broken Japanese. Soon go crazy with my hair and I'll shout Squirtle when I pee. Then they'll send me to a small dark room where no one's there to hear me squeak. This was such a weird song. Yeah, I said one more episode, but that was half a day My hand hits the play button like it has a mind all of its own. Been hours since I said this last. This time I mean it though. I'll get off the computer after one more episode. I'll do something productive after one more episode. Yeah! That was invent an easy button, like the Staples. That was easy button. Do I ship Fakir and Duck? Yeah. I mean, that's one of the few like canon ships that like is perfect. So yes. Cindy had to. I thought Cindy said bye, but then Cindy said dog. So did the dog keep Cindy here? Is she still here? If your parents tell you to stop, you can always read in the bed under the covers. Yeah, it's not as easy for them to tell you to stop. Oh no, Play Pop still can't hear anything. Back with the hand motions for Play Pop. Someone invent a system that you can put your idea into and have it make a song that will go triple platinum. I mean, I feel like there was a show or something about that at one point. Or did Numbers do an episode on that? Something did, or Scorpion. I don't know. Hi again, Bubble. What's my favorite anime? Toss up between Higurashi and Angel Beats. They're super different, but I like them both a lot, and they're super nostalgic for me. Good morning, Tyler! And Teddy! Yay! Old familiar faces, or names, chat names, old familiar chat names. Hi, Steel Coin Man. I keep missing you on Twitter. I need to go there more. But yes, you suggest death metal and black metal. It's almost nightfall where you are. Yeah, it's getting towards darkness where I am, but it's we have a little bit of time. I use Twitter a little bit. Twitter is actually the one besides YouTube that I use the most, but I still don't use it that often. And I'm gonna work on it. I'm working on the thing slowly. Cthulhu is very creepy in this video because he's like half shadowed. Oh, and this Antarctica I don't think is here, but I put my doll up. Look, my dolls. The me doll. Miss Antarctica made me a me doll. And she's there. I mean, I don't feel like I use Twitter like you're supposed to use Twitter. I'm a not a very combative person. So I don't read as much manga as I do anime, but I could show you the ones I have sometime. I want to keep this one focused on. If Cthulhu was an anime villain, what show would it belong to? I feel like I do borrow a lot of manga from my friends as well, because they have real jobs and more money than me. So I often borrow their manga when I read. Like, that's what I did recently with Fruits Basket, but I do want to work on building my collection up more. What do I use to creep on people? What are we doing? Oh, Twitter? You creep on people on Twitter? That's a Facebook thing. I do like manga, but I you know what? I really, really like things in color. Which seems bad, but I really do. Like, I like manga, but I feel like I'll find it so much easier to like binge read a webtoon or something that's colored in. and or I mean, I also like just text, like lots of books and fan fiction, but I don't know, depending on the style, like how dark the lines are in the manga, sometimes it's fine, but I really, really like colors. What's the longest time I have binged something? Yeah, well, I mean, there are like, I mean, to be fair, I don't usually, like, I won't forgo a ton of sleep to binge watch stuff, but I'll definitely, like, if at times when, like, I haven't had much to do, like, but like, I have just, like, watched a show all day, basically. But I mean, and I will, like, maybe stay up and watch it till, like, 2 o'clock if I'm really into it, but I'll feel, like, terrible about myself, like, absolutely terrible the next day. But I mean, I definitely used to stay up really, really late into the late nights and watch shows. I still do, but you start to lose your ability to bounce back at some point. And, like, I need to save my all-nighters for YouTube. For, like, trying to get a YouTube video out to you guys. So I don't do it with binge watching as much anymore. But if I haven't read GM of the Rings, I don't think I have. I'll check it out. Thank you. I feel like this whole video is a great just like recommendation list that I myself will need to go through, and I recommend other people going through as well. Like, just scroll up on the chat and be like, ooh, this is a thing that I didn't know was a thing. This live stream is a commercial for every anime ever. What my favorite webtoon is? Oh gosh. Well, I did really like Unordinary, but it's gotten kind of, I don't know if I like it as much lately. I'm so bad at favorites. I really am. What is my favorite webtoon? I wanted to go look up the webtoons on my list on my phone, but my phone is up here, and I don't want to mess you guys up. Yeah, Unordinary did get kind of stale. Lore is still really good. The Olympus. But I have read some of the more obscure ones too. Like, I know those ones are right on the top. But yeah, no, I'm so bad at favorites, but I want to look at my list because I'm like, I'm jipping people. There are such good webtoons out there. Oh, that Space Boy one is really good. Is it called Space Boy? The one with the girl who has like the really weird pigtails. That one's cute. No, I still need to do the Discord. I will try to have it up for next stream. I meant to do that this week, but I lost power yesterday, and I needed to catch up on my video editing work. But that was a procrastination reason anyway, because it shouldn't have been towards put off till yesterday. I don't know that the theme offhand. Unknown Dark Dragon. Yes, Promised Neverland is awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, what is the weather doing for everyone? I know some of you are in like Ohio and stuff. Yeah, Sadie, live in Kansas. Have you been doing okay with everything? it's like pretty, it's been pretty scary over here, and nothing tends to reach us normally in Pennsylvania. The weather is the weather. The weather is, in fact, the weather. That is a very, very accurate statement. But there's a tree in our backyard that I swear was more upright before the storm hit. And yeah, like it was slanted to begin with, but now it's like really slanted, and like my car is parked almost under it, and my parents are like, "It's fine, leave it there," and it's fine. Well, I'm definitely more familiar with Marvel than DC, and a lot of what I know is from the movies, not the comics. But so feel kind of basic when it comes to that. But I really like Spider-Man, and whatnot. He's one of my favorites right now. So yeah. And actually, like, we had the Spider-Man video game as a kid. Like, I feel like the Spider-Man superhero is one of the ones, like, I'm just most of them that I'm most familiar with and really like. Weather is the weather is the weather is the weather. So, back to... Did I have a ton more binge watching songs planned? I think I had one or something, but yeah, I think it was a Spider-Man game for PlayStation 1, or was it PlayStation 2 at that point? I think it was the PlayStation 1, yeah. Why did we never get a dog, man? That's a very good question. This stream is, in fact, about binge watching. I feel like the storm is one of the reasons I have been binge watching stuff more. Although, like, I couldn't binge watch anything yesterday when the power was out. But, like, if you can't go outside and do stuff, then, like, stay inside and watch a show. You dare me to try to pronounce your name? As long as you don't get mad at me, I will do it. Okay. Nina Petrovicius? Nina Petrovicius? That's my best guess. Did I have... Okay, Sadie's heading out. Petrovicius. Okay. You're mad at me for that pronunciation, Tyler. But I always get your name right, Tyler? Bye, Sadie. I do feel like I covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about with binge watching. Did I miss anything you guys wanted to talk about with binge watching? Because I did want to keep this live stream relatively short today. Because, I mean, partially my voice, I just haven't been feeling the best in general. But yeah, binge spirit. Oh, you want to talk? Wait, you want to talk about binge spurting? Weather is... Yeah, maybe it is partially the weather. I think if I'm perfectly honest, it's also probably somewhat hormones and stuff. I'm just not like 100% right now. So why am I trying to leave you so soon? Honestly, I feel like my live streams are better when they're shorter. Like, I love hanging out with you as long as possible. but I feel like I lose direction and my brain starts to die a little bit. Like, not like in a bad way. Not in a bad way. You know, the good way your brain dies. Binging until you... I mean, binging until you fall asleep and waking up in the anime... I have yet to do that, to really wake up in the anime. Like, it will follow me to my dreams, but not to when I wake up again. Italia is a fun one that can be slightly educational. The graduation song and your banishment. I mean, are you okay with just graduating Hogwarts, Bubble? Because I feel like that's a good graduation song. Or do I have to write, like, an original graduate, like... You're okay with that? All right. Okay, I guess I'll graduate from Hogwarts, banish Babel, maybe talk for another minute so it feels like Bubble's actually banished, but then I should probably end the stream. Okay. I did not... Tyler, those were not my exact words. You are making up quotes from me. But to be fair, my exact words probably included a lot of ums and likes and nonsense. Okay. Graduating Hogwarts. If I had a time turner, we could start again. Go back to the beginning when we started being friends. But even if I could go back, I wouldn't veer the course off track. I wouldn't change a minute of that time. 'Cause every triumph and mistake has made us who we are today. We may be going separate ways, but I know we'll be fine. It's just time for us to graduate from Hogwarts. Now Narnia's a wardrobe once again. The Doctor changes form, the Hobbit sails into the west. This may be goodbye, and yet I'm sure it's for the best, it's for the best. And thank you for the magic and for showing us the way over the misty mountains, just like Gandalf the Grey. 'Cause every moment spent together made us change and helped us grow. And if the road goes ever on and on, I guess it's calling you to go. 'Cause I'm sure that you're headed to a truly awesome sequel. But don't forget that we have been your super awesome prequel. And we won't forget you either, 'cause we had this as a bonus. We'll be thinking of you each time we cast our Patronus. The night is dark and full of terror. Winter may be coming fast. We'll face it with the light you gave us. Dragons only you could hatch. The future's out there waiting for you. All those spells you've yet to cast. The road spreads endless out before you. And no use clinging to the past. 'Cause it's time for us to graduate from Hogwarts. Now Narnia's a wardrobe once again. So Doctor changes form, the Hobbit sails into the west. This may be goodbye, and yet I'm sure it's for the best, it's for the best. And thank you for the magic and for showing us the way over the misty mountains, just like Gandalf the Grey. 'Cause every moment spent together made us change and helped us grow. And if the road goes ever on and on, I guess it's calling you to go. rise again. So, doctor, change your form, go off and sail into the west. This may be goodbye, and yet I'm sure it's for the best. Wish you the best. That is the graduating Hogwarts song. I'm sorry it made you cry, Reddier, but I hope you liked it. So, yeah. So I guess real quick it should. You're so welcome, Bobble. And I guess real quick I should banish Bobble. Put user in timeout. All right. Oh, I should have given you a warning, Ace, before I made you eat Bobble. But yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be a happy kind of cry. I don't write a ton of songs that are like sad just for the sake of being sad. They tend to be like bittersweet or hopeful. But I definitely like writing some bittersweet songs and stuff. So I'm gonna show you the dog since he's been hiding for the whole live stream, and I have to wake him up for a moment anyway. But I should probably dog. Oh, he's grumbling at me. He's like, "Why'd you wake me up? You have to go downstairs in a minute anyway." You do, and then we'll feed you, and feed me. So. I feel like songs hit your emotions better when they make you feel multiple emotions, if that even makes sense. But yeah, I hope we covered what you wanted to talk about with binge watching. I said what I wanted to say, I think. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to come. Be sure to hit the like button before you all leave. I'm working on being good at reminding people, and yes, I should get food for the puppy and myself. So thank you all so much for being here, and yeah, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. So, all right, bye. Good night.